April 23 and 24, the Sydney Entertainment Centre. April 26, the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. Let's cross to the Seabull Townhouse now and meet Alice Cooper at the Dungeon Party. Hi Alice, a great pleasure to talk to you.
Hi Steve, where can I get a hat like that?
Well, it's great, isn't it? I mean, it's got the actual camera on the top. Unfortunately, there's a wire that drags around behind it, but...
where does that wire go?
It goes straight into the world's largest pickle, actually, Alice. It's a pickle-powered camera. Alice, great to have you in the country. Can I call you Alice or Mr. Cooper? What would be...
Your Majesty's all right.
Okay, right. You don't want to marry this girl called Primrose Dunlop, do you? Now, your new album, Trash, it's platinum in Australia, and you've just finished touring sellout shows in America and England. What's it like to be back at the top of the charts?
Well, it's, especially coming back here was great. Last time we were here was 76 for the Welcome to My Nightmare show. And the way rock and roll is structured, you more or less have to have a big album in order to tour the world like this. And so one of the great reasons for, for coming back here is because it did so well here in Australia. Thanks, everybody out there. We're all proud. It just goes to show how much trash there really is all over this world, you know.
You've got your own little audience happening up there, Alice. Alice, there's a certain notoriety that attaches to your stage shows. What can people expect to see in your stage performance?
Oh, this is, this will be like an hour and 45 minutes, and it's pure Alice. It's from 70 to 1990. Mm-hmm. So we cover an awful lot of material. There's 20 albums of material to cover there. And there's of course it's going to be theatrical. I guess heads will roll at some point in the show. Mostly mine. But I think everybody will get a good taste of Alice through the whole thing.
Yeah, Alice, if I can just go through, the music speaks for itself, but the performance side, if I can just run through the actual performance, we're talking blowing up in a rubbish bin, escape from a straitjacket, strangling a nurse, slashing another woman's throat,
She deserved it, by the way.
Yeah. Well, hey, Alice, I'm not quibbling about the whole thing. I mean, I'm just saying. And then at the end, at the finale, you of course chop off your own head.
It's family entertainment. We try to keep it for everyone, and Disney wanted to get in on this, but...
It's a touchstone picture sort of thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Herbie meets Alice Cooper. You have been accused of strangling chickens in your act. Do you have, do you have a set against chickens, or where?
Colonel Sanders kills chickens. I have absolutely nothing against chickens, and I never really did ever kill a chicken on stage. That's true. A couple of cows. They were rabid. They were going to get me. It was either me or them.
Me or you or yeah. Now, and speaking of animals, you indeed have a pet snake. Or yes. You've several pet snakes.
Well, that's rather personal.
Now, I am informed, my researchers have either made this up or it's factual, that you have just retired a couple of your favourite boa constrictors. One was named Boa Derek.
Yes.
And Julius Squeezer.
Julius Squeezer. We go through history, and actually we've had about 9 or 10 snakes. And after each tour, we retire them, and they go to the snake home in Hollywood, where they sit around the pool with little sunglasses on. Talk about the road, Do you remember Cleveland?
The old days.
Yeah, it was great.
Are these head-banging snakes? What happens to a snake when... are these personal favourites? Do you sort of have them stuffed after they're...
Oh, no, not at all. But the auditions are interesting, though. We have, like, all these people bringing in snakes. But, a lot of the times... we leave the snakes in L.A. and they use them in different movies. So during Indiana Jones, 3 or 4 of our snakes were in that movie. Mm-hmm. They had little Alice Cooper T-shirts on.
Alice, your current singles, Your Poison and Our Love Is a Bed of Nails. Are things good at home, Alice?
Did you? I'm sorry, I missed the Bed of Nails one. What was that?
Well, I was just thinking, the names of the songs. How are things at home with you? With, Our Love is a Bed of Nails.
I'm a pure romantic. And no, a lot of the songs are definitely just a touch of satire involved in them, and this album especially is not really blood and guts on this album. It's much more of sex in the 90s, and Alice's view of sex in the 90s may be a little warped.
What is your view on sex in the 90s, Alice?
Well, it's different rules this time, and I think you have to look at it with a sense of humor, and suddenly sex is now one of those things that's could be as dangerous as it is pleasurable.
Yeah.
So we all have to, in a lot of ways I had to do a few warnings in the album, and without sounding like a preacher, but with a little satire involved.
Yeah, that's good, because sex sex in the 90s can be dangerous.
Well, look what it did to you.
Particularly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You've heard. It's in all the papers, unfortunately, Alice, that whole business.
Alice, this is... I read, I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with it.
I know. I shouldn't have touched that pickle, but there you go. Alice, this is a proud moment because, in fact, I'd like to present you via the magic of television with 2 platinum awards, one for your single Poison and a double platinum for your album Trash. Yeah. Let's hear it. Congratulations, mate. Well done. We'll be back with more after this. Stick around, Australia.